Hi, Lainey Johnson coming to you from Newport Beach, California. But mentally, I'm in Maui, living my best life. Okay, have you considered traveling in this new norm and you're curious about tips, tricks, and ways to maximize travel and mitigate any risk to you during this new norm? Well, I got you. In this video, I'm going to go over tips and tricks on traveling through a COVID-19 era. Okay, the first tip is check the travel requirements for the destination you wish to travel to. Now, with COVID-19, everything is so fluid that things are changing rapidly. So you want to make sure that if you're traveling internationally, that the borders are open, what the requirements is to travel to the country that you wish to go to. If you're traveling domestically, you want to check that state's specific requirements. Most places will require that you take a COVID test 72 hours before traveling and that you're able to prove that you've been negative. Now, if you're traveling and you've been vaccinated, these requirements are still in place. And you're also going to be wearing a mask during your travel destination. My second tip is the reservations for your accommodations. Make sure that you understand the policies of the hotel that you're staying at, the Airbnb, rental cars. Make sure you understand what's required. For example, when my daughter and I traveled last year to Moorea, there were requirements around making reservations for the pool. There were requirements for certain outdoor activities to maintain capacity rates. So make sure that you understand that there may be additional requirements with COVID-19, and some of the things that we previously could do without thinking may require reservations now. Also, note that if you're planning to rent a car, you want to make sure you have that reservation well in advance. So most people don't realize this, but several rental companies sold a bunch of their cars during the worst of the pandemic to recoup some of their losses. So the inventory of cars is less than in a pre-COVID environment. So make sure you make a reservation if you need transportation. My next tip is to understand travel insurance. Now, I traveled during the pandemic, so this was something that I personally experienced. And one thing I want to bring to your attention is most travel insurance companies have now added terminology for the pandemic, for COVID-19, to make it very clear what is covered and what is not covered. Prior to COVID-19, it was very loose terminology about situations like this because we never anticipated being in a global pandemic. So make sure you understand exactly what your coverage would give you should something happen. And in most cases, travel interruptions as a result of COVID-19 are not covered. Traveling stateside, maybe you're uncomfortable flying, maybe you want to take a road trip, maybe you want to rent an RV, maybe you just want to explore in a manner that feels comfortable for you and your family. Again, make sure you check reservations, accommodations, what is open, what is available. If you're going to national parks, there's restrictions and limits on capacity. So we live in a new norm where we can't assume that what we want to do will be available. So make sure you do your research and you make your reservations so you can get the most out of your family vacation. Okay, so I hope you found this video useful. I hope that the new norm is allowing you to feel more comfortable, but also live your life and enjoy times with friends and family. I think if nothing else, one of the things that I personally have learned through COVID-19 is nothing is guaranteed, and we have all worked so hard and been thrusted things that we were never supposed to be given. So taking time to refresh, to recharge your batteries is super essential, and just enjoying the people that you love is so important. So I hope that you found this video useful. If you have any questions, want to know about some of the travel my daughter and I did during the pandemic, I'm happy to share what we've done, and I encourage you to travel, to not allow the fear of COVID-19 to stop you from living your best life.